Hey, Coach, how are you? Good, how are you? Congratulations to you. Coach, what was the key for you tonight on the defensive side?
I thought we were able to come up with the majority of the loose basketballs, the 50-50 balls. It's just our sheer determination to protect the paint and support each other because they had some matchup advantages, and I thought our five guys being connected were able to negate those.
90 seems to be y'all's number.
We'd like to hit that century mark eventually.
It is the fifth time you guys have scored 90 or more points in a tournament game, and that sets a new NCAA tournament record for all time. I don't know if you heard that.
I did not hear that.
It's really kind of impressive. Do you stop to think, like, I mean, the fact that they were able from start to finish just to keep their foot on the gas and stay focused. How impressed are you by that?
Well,
effort?
we had a few lulls where we weren't at our best, but our glue guys and our bench came in and they really held it down, and we battled some foul trouble, and once again it was a complete team effort like it's been much of the season.
As a coach, I'm sure you never relent or even take a breather to go, oh, the guys are really cooking tonight. But was there a moment in this game where you felt like the plan had come together, even with Yaxel's injuries and foul trouble?
There were times when I looked out and I thought, wow, we're finding the solutions and we're making the right plays. But no, we're not. We're thinking about the next thing. We're thinking about how we can help our guys. Most importantly, how can we keep our edge so we don't develop any bad habits?
Can you talk about what Tracy reported that you guys had? Did you shoot at the Big House? Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, just at FAU, there's, I've been in these football stadiums before, and you walk in, and we encouraged, we didn't want to make too big of a deal about it, but we took one or two of our shooters out to the park, outdoor park, and just had him shooting outside with the open sky to try to get used to the depth perception. And it's Elijah Martin shot the heck out of it in that Final Four, and then I think he did it again when he went back with the Florida Gators. And he shot the heck out of it for them, and so we thought, might as well go out. Worst case scenario, these guys went out and shot some hoops in the middle of the Big House.
Coach, what did you see on the die to encourage him to transfer? And is this beyond your expectation tonight? 26 points, I think 9 rebounds.
No, it wasn't beyond expectation. The die's he's been awesome all year. The opportunity presented itself for him to do it tonight with the injuries and foul trouble, and he took advantage.
Dusty, you clearly had kind of your choice when you were leaving FAU of where you wanted to go next. What specifically about Michigan did you feel like could put you in a position that you're in playing for the national title?
Obviously we didn't foresee this, but we did. I lived in Ypsilanti, Michigan when I was assistant at Eastern Michigan, and I'd been a Big Ten guy my entire life, and I couldn't believe the pride that people have for the university, and it just felt different, and I loved Ann Arbor. And at the time, it was, if we were going to make the jump, where did we feel like we could retain as much talent as you can in this current environment? How could we get to a place where people don't want to leave unless they just have to? The situation calls for it, and we felt like Michigan was that. I didn't know the weather was quite as bad as it's been. We survived it, though. Yeah.
Coach, speaking of pride, I know there's a watch party planned for Eastern Green on Monday night. A
That's
lot
awesome.
of T-Birds going to cheer you on in this state, Coach.
Yeah, the basketball in that part of the state, in Greene County especially, like the local players, the older guys at my high school, my coaches, that is a deep love for this game, this sport. And I remember my mom bringing me up here to the old Yes clinics when the Final Four was at Indianapolis when I was a little kid, and then just trying to be a part of something like this. It doesn't seem real, and very, very proud that they're all supporting the Wolverines now.
You said
we got time for two more. Obviously 2 quick fouls, then he gets hurt. That can be kind of shell shocking in this sort of environment. And then without him, like 5 minutes, you guys are up 16 against the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I know what this team can be, but did that even show you something?
That was impressive, but we've done that all year. Look, our superstars get too much credit. They do. They're obviously great players, but this has been a team all year. And when you win at the level you do, you get the individual accolades. All of our guys have had off nights, and on those off nights, the other guys picked up the slack, and that's the beauty of it all. No one's had to be at their best each night, or we go home. It's been, I'm not at my best, which no one's at LeBron doesn't play great every night. It's the next guy's been ready to step up, and they've embraced that, even though it's been difficult.
Dusty, you talked about how surreal this moment is to be back in Indiana, but now that you've won and you're headed to the national title game, how even more special is it?
You'd have to ask me later. Give one more. Give one more.
Initial thoughts on Connecticut? Or go ahead.
Yeah, Dusty, you
Yep.
watched a fair amount of the game before. Is that something you typically do, and what did you learn watching that game?
I didn't really learn anything that I didn't already know. I did it in the Garden when we played there in one of the games, and I did it because I'd never coached in that environment before, and so I went out just to kind of get immersed in the atmosphere and the energy in the building. And tonight it was more or less, man, I get a chance to get a free seat courtside to watch UConn play. The fan in me jumped out a couple times, but no, it was just to get an up close look. And I thought also if I watch that game closely, then I won't have to watch that game closely tonight. I can focus on maybe games that are more applicable to us or just the scout folder.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
I hope you got a picture of that.